In the last episode of Sister Wives, one of the things that came up was that Cody was talking to Mary about their breakup at Coyote Pass, and Cody talked about how it was so hard on Robyn. And of course, we all laugh because, oh, it's so typical. It doesn't have anything to do with Robyn, but it has to always be about Robyn. So I pulled up this clip from season 1, the wedding dress fiasco. And this is when Christine and Mary and Janelle, Christine gets a lot of heat because she's the one who actually ran off. But both Mary and Janelle, especially Janelle, talked about how they kind of felt betrayed by this moment because Cody was like, I'm going to drop a bomb. I'm the one who picked out the wedding dress. And they're like, hey, it felt like we were doing this wedding dress thing. You had us do all this stuff and then you went back with him. And then not only that, but she refused to tell the other women what dress she picked out. She's like, it's going to be a secret. So they all kind of felt a little played by it. And Robyn, who's off screen here, this is her comment, says, it's actually something I had asked him not to tell anyone, not to share with anybody. And what was interesting is when you rewatch it, you realize she never apologizes or says anything, even a non-apology, like, I'm sorry you feel that way. Like, kind of like those, she didn't even do that. She just said, I'm upset because I told Cody not to. And that always really bothered me. And what I notice is that's sort of the pattern. And please in the comments, tell us all the times that Robyn makes a situation not about her. And the reason why this is so forward on my mind is that I am rewatching the catfish scandal. Now, a lot of people asked why we call it the catfish scandal. We call it that because that's what they called it. That's how they always refer to it, as the catfish situation. And because someone said, well, wasn't it an emotional affair? Well, Cody says he doesn't even believe that exists. He's like, I don't understand how you like someone unless they're in front of you. And I think he's thinking with his other head. But, and it's also something that Mary kind of denied. But the shorthand is catfish scandal. But the long thing is, yeah, I think most people consider it to be an emotional affair. Although she really played it off as this person said some nice things, but she was actually scared of them. And so a lot of the stuff that she said about running away and all that was to get this person to leave her alone. It's up to you whether or not you believe that. But I'm doing a rewatch. And I haven't gotten to the episode yet, but I have seen the sneak peeks for it, which is early in season 10, very first episode, they go to a therapist. And all of the sneak peeks are Robyn crying about how betrayed she feels. And I was like, that's so funny to me that we know that she made Mary's breakup about Robyn. We apparently made Mary's catfish about Robyn. We made Robyn's lying to the other wives about the wedding dress and cutting them out about Robyn. Like, she'll make any situation about Robyn. And I think she does that, one, just because she's a selfish person. But two, I think a lot of times she does it specifically as a way to deflect blame. So Cody rushes in and goes, oh, honey, don't feel bad. Feel bad. And everybody forgets, I'm kind of going through a situation in my own life with that where someone's really awful to someone else. But the issue is that person also is the one who cries. So they go, oh, well, she feels really bad. Maybe you should talk to her. And I'm like, wait a second. That's the bully. The bully's going and crying. And then other people are going to that bully and being like, oh, I'm sorry you feel bad. And I'm like, wait a second though. And that's what I feel is happening here. She's kind of a bully to the rest of them. But then they're like, oh, but she's the one who's crying, so she must feel the worst. And it's like, the people who aren't crying are being punished for trying to handle it in a mature way. Sorry, little detour. I'm clearly working something out. You could ignore that part. But so tell me about other times that we've seen where Robyn's been wrong and she's made it about her pain. So like, I kind of feel like them moving to Vegas, all of the kids have had this upheaval. And remember, the kids weren't told. They were told like 4 days beforehand or 1 day beforehand, depending on their age, like right in there. They were yanked out. They had this very traumatic thing. Then Robyn comes in and is like, I'm pregnant. And when the kids were a little dumbfounded because they weren't even living together with their siblings like they had their entire life. And, Robyn was like, oh, they're being so mean and made it all about her. Now, I will point out with her second child, she sat down Dayton and said, Dayton needs a little bit more time. So she sat Dayton down and told him early so he could have time to adjust. That was correct. And she did the right thing for Dayton, but she did not do the right thing for any of the rest of the kids who might have needed time to adjust. Just totally hypocritical. So anyway, let's talk about all the times that Robyn has made a situation where she's been wrong or she's not involved all about her and her pain, even if that should not be the topic of the day.